Hello, everybody. Welcome to our second Zoom the Room today. This is awesome. We show our vendors all sorts of love. They're going to tell you some amazing things and tell you what to do. And with that, welcome Velma Quinata with the U.S. Army.
Hi, greetings.
Hi.
Hello, hello.
Hello. So are you going to post my virtual business card?
I sure can.
Right on. Thank you. It will just remain stagnant as I go through the information. Thank you.
There it is. Yeah, go ahead. You can start anytime.
Right on. Greetings, everyone. Welcome. By the way, please feel free to request our presentation slides from the District Society. The slides covers a great amount of helpful information about our dental profession in the Army. That's not the one, it's the other one.
It's the other one. Of course it is. All right, let me pull that one up.
Thank you. It's the one I sent this morning.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and continue speaking, okay?
Go ahead.
Again, I am your local representative based in Sacramento. I am among a team of 5 to facilitate the processing piece of your application, should you consider applying. As a dentist in the Army, you have access to several unique advantages. In that, there are multiple career paths to choose from, such as travel pay, time off. The other one, it's this morning, the one that I sent this morning.
It's not this one?
Nope.
Oh dear. Okay.
You got it this morning. Sorry about that, Noel. We'll get it. It has all my information in there, that's why.
Okay.
Appreciate.
That's all right. You can keep going. I will find it. I only saved 2 things though.
Again, let me go ahead and just reiterate, as a dentist in the Army, you have access to several of our unique advantages. In that, you have the opportunity to choose from multiple career paths. You get to travel. You get good pay, of course. That's something that we thrive on. Time off, paid holidays, 30 days leave, group practice, and most of all, camaraderie. Your distinct positions will range from being a command, overseeing dental clinics and etc., being a staff officer, research officer, clinician, education, career students. This is for some of you who aspire to further your education in the field, and field units, which is typically for adventure seekers. Now, these positions, based on my experience, are helpful for those who remain stagnant in their current positions, basically seeking advancement.
You still there?
Yeah, Noel.
I don't have anything you sent today. This is from yesterday.
Yeah, it's okay, Noel. I mean, not to, because this is a long slide, so you can go ahead and not have that on there. It's all right. I'll just go to the last page, Noel.
Ooh, went too far.
Can I borrow that phone?
That's all right.
I appreciate
Keep
you
talking.
assisting. Yeah, last page is fine. That's good. Sorry about that. Anyways, where I left off here. So the Army thrives basically in supporting dentists toward advancement in their career through education and experience, which in no doubt is a given, especially in the Army, as you maintain your rotation throughout your time in service, combined with the education of your path. Benefits, you get to travel continental US or overseas, expenses paid. Your work schedule is typically between 7:30 a.m. through 4:30 p.m., Monday through Friday. That's pretty good, right? Predicting your schedule as opposed to being called every now and then. It's constant. As far as dental clinics, there are between 1 to 6 dental clinics in every assignment installations. Usually the clinics have 1 to 30 dentists on board. Now, for those seeking to advance, you have access to apply into fellowships, PhDs, and/or master's programs. Regarding the military pay and other benefits, we have a pretty good retirement program. We have a military practice as compared to civilian thrift savings plan, a retirement supplemental. It's a really, really good program based on personal experience. We have life insurance, which is our SGLI with low monthly payments. The state-of-the-art fitness center, access to commissary base exchange, which is no state tax. You have you're qualified to apply for a VA home loan. And finally, medical dental plan coverage. Advantages, specifically on the professional side, your level of experience would be much higher, much greater as of those of your non-military peers. You achieve a great level of mastery in the Academy of General Dentistry, typically awarded to senior dentists. You get to perform tremendous number of surgeries and cosmetic procedures and have the autonomy to future assignment endeavors. In summary, a dentist profession in the Army offers you access to advanced dental education, graduate programs, annual CE, paid constant bonuses, experience, paid time off, adventure, retirement benefits, VA eligibility, again, as I mentioned, for business and home loans. To find out more information about our dentist profession, I'm available to assist you for additional information via my phone or email. Please feel free to contact me at any time. Thank you. Stay safe. That's my 5 minutes.
Thank you so much. You got that right on the nose. That is awesome.
Wow. That's kind of
nailed it.
I'm sorry that I apologize for the business card. I have a virtual business card, so I usually send it out, and it speaks for me because everything is like stagnant as opposed to like moving.
Oh, it's all good. It's all good.
Well, thank you so much, Noelle. I finally get to see your face again. Thank you again. Major Rush. We have Major Rush and Sergeant Webster on board, so I'm just going to go ahead and slime.
All right, next up we have Craig Fector from Fector and Associates.
Yeah, sorry. So every Zoom presentation, there's always at least 20 seconds worth of tech issues or whatever. But
you're not wrong.
Thanks for having me. I don't have a nice slick PowerPoint presentation today. I just thought I'd tell a bit about our firm and what we do. We've been members of SDDS now for I think 12 years. We've been long committed to serving the dental industry here in the city. We have a few dozen clients and a few dozen practices as clients at this point. And I've always enjoyed serving the community and doing our best to contribute to it overall. We have a bit different of a practice. We don't offer any write-up or bookkeeping services. We focus mostly on tax compliance and on tax planning, and are able to assist the organization, and we're able to assist local practitioners with a number of different financial accounting issues that might come up, whether it be partner buy-ins, partner buyouts, tax compliance issues, tax returns, tax planning, and just the whole bevy of issues you might see. We pride ourselves on staying up to date on the most recent issues that are coming up. Right now, of course, one of the biggest issues is that of PPP and the impact on your tax returns for the 2020 year. In addition, just general finance, behind that and applications and whatever else. But we pride ourselves on being able to stay up to date on that type of information, so that way we can provide value to local practitioners. So we also pride ourselves on being very responsive to client needs. We do recognize that your tax needs as they come up, they are very important to you, and they are thus very important to us. So we try to get back to our clients as soon as we possibly can, recognizing that when you have a question or a need, that it's really not just a suggestion that your CPA get back to you in a few days, but it's really a need you need fulfilled in a relatively expedient manner. So we pride ourselves on that. And again, I don't think I have too much more for the group today, Noel, if you don't mind me saying that. But overall, again, we have served our dental clients now for over 12 years, and I've been in practice now for 20. And again, we focus on tax compliance and planning and other business consulting. So please feel free to give us a call. I'm always happy to talk and hopefully earn your business. So
That was perfect, Craig. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you for having me today.
Pardon?
Thank you for having me today.
Oh, our pleasure. Thank you.
All righty. Bye-bye.
All right. Next up, Jesse Horn from Benco.
Hello, everybody. How are you guys doing today?
Good.
I just want to thank everybody with STDS for having us. Let me go ahead and get my video going. Like I said, first 20 seconds is always the big pain. You see these decorations? My daughter just turned 1, so we decided to keep them up in the background. So, but yeah, no, Benco Dental, been around for 90 years. We are a full service. We're one of the largest dental distributors in the country. Third largest, actually. We've only been over in the West Coast for about 10, 11 years now, but we're definitely kind of taking a stronghold in that. What I really wanted to talk about here is there's a ton of people that sell merchandise, and we've talked about cotton balls and the difficulties of getting PPE, till we're blue in the face. But what we want to do is kind of talk about how the practice can thrive, how we can be considered as consultants within your practice, not merely taking an order. Just because we're in contact with so many different practices, we see all the good and the bad that is happening. And myself, I have about 375 accounts that I work with personally. So you kind of get all these little, tidbits of information and what is working from a marketing point of view, from a billing point of view, what technology is worth investing in compared to what technology sits by the wayside and collects dust. So what we have is what's called a center point experience. So what we would do is fly yourself out and your manager or the other go-to, your significant other. And it's kind of like an IKEA for dental. You have all these set up operatories, everything in full function, to where you can kind of start picking out interior design team and choosing and deciphering what it is and making a realization of how you want your practice to look from a blank slate. A lot of times we're dealing with all these manufacturer reps that are giving us bullet points as to why their product is better, but this is a great approach to having a hands-on view for everything that we have to offer, all equipment, mills, CAD CAM, scanners, chairs, all the different design layouts to truly give you an experience to kind of just completely design your office from scratch. So take us up on that. It's a day trip. We'll fly you down. We'll take good care of you. And what it will do is it'll put us and just kind of show us what we can do as a full service distributorship for you guys. And if I'm not running over, Noel, do you mind if I play this video?
Go for it.
All right. And please let me know if you can see the screen or not, Noel. I know. Let's see. Can you see my screen now?
Yep, there it is.
Perfect. Is it playing for you?
Yeah. You could turn it up though.
Here you will see the greatest selection of major equipment lines and categories, side by side under one roof. Staffed with the best dental designers in the business, our goal is to help you create a beautiful, functional, and productive office that communicates your brand and fits your budget. Upon arrival, you are greeted by a Centerpoint genius who will guide your day. We encourage you to make yourself at home in our comprehensive operatories and sterilization centers. Each Centerpoint location offers a large digital imaging suite where you can work with 2D and 3D X-ray units and imaging software from the best brands in dentistry. And while you're here, get familiar with BencoNet and test drive Benco's one-visit solution in our dedicated CAD/CAM suites. Look around. The variety of floor and wall coverings on display will help you better visualize how design can influence your practice's environment. Available finishes run the gamut, from traditional to modern, green to luxurious, economical to lavish, which means time spent with an interior designer in our design library will be inspiring and hands-on. You can also sit face-to-face, working directly with the space planner to discover the best ways to maximize your office's workflow and productivity. Benco has 3 Centerpoint showrooms located in northeastern Pennsylvania, Dallas, Texas, and Southern California. Each showroom experience provides the kind of direct approach to outfitting your new office that you'll only find with Benco Dental. So join us at Centerpoint and let Benco help you create an office that's efficient and beautiful.
So awesome. So thank you so much. I mean, that's kind of what we wanted to drive home, is kind of see how we can thrive in 2021, being the fact that 2020 was such a kind of, pain in the butt. But, the time is now to thrive. When people invest in stocks, you don't get as much when you buy high. You get a lot in your return when you buy low. So right now we're kind of at a low point, and it really is a time to invest in your practice. It is the time to to take advantage of these opportunities, especially some of the specials that a lot of these manufacturers are putting on as well. So with that, thank you so much for having me, and love to continue to do business with you guys.
Thanks, Jesse. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Next up, we've got Felicia Fondren from HealthNet. Felicia? I see you here.
She's in the text chat area.
Well, so Felicia, no, I can't hear you. If you want, Felicia, if you want to get your mic working, I can always go to Patterson, because I do see Kara here and Christina. We can just flip-flop if that's all right.
Okay. I'll go ahead and get started. Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Christy Paulson. I'm the new general manager for Patterson. Just a quick introduction of myself, and have Kara on here as well. And I'll hand the mic over to her in just a second. I mainly wanted to say thank you to SCDS for everything they've provided us through the years, but especially the advocacy over the past year. It's been great to be part of dental and see the rebound that we've all come through together over the past several months. Many of you know Patterson. We've been around for over 140 years, working with practices, working with dentists to help build their practices, provide the services, products, technology needed for that, and software as well. As you know, we're located in Roseville, very local resource, with nearly 60 people between our inside staff and our service and sales staff. So we're here to help you in any way you need us. Again, it's been very nice to see some of you today and get out in the community. I'm fairly new in this role, and I look forward to getting out there and meeting more of you soon. All right, Kara, I can't see you right now, but I saw you pop up just a second ago.
I am here. Yes, absolutely. Well, Thank you for having us on again today. We were on yesterday and we also had our equipment specialist and CAD/CAM specialist on, and they gave a tour of some of our products and some of the things that we can do to help our practices. So feel free to reach out to Christy and I, and we are happy to point you to any one of our staff members that can assist you with any of those needs. I'm Kara. I'm the ops manager here. I've been here for 13 years right here in Roseville out of our local branch. I know the local dental community extremely well. Have relationships with the majority of our offices that do business with us just from our interactions over all of the years. And like Christy had mentioned, I have 10 staff members. Well, normally they're sitting right here with me at the branch, but many of them are at home these days due to the way that we're doing business right now. But I do have a handful here and the rest of them right at home able to assist you at any time with your orders and support. We also have 20 service technicians through the greater Sacramento Valley, and we have a local trainer that assists our team as well, along with all of our sales reps and specialists. So we're here for you. Thank you, SDDS, for having us on again today for a quick little hello. And thank you for everything that you do for us in our local dental community. Thank you.
Thank you. Love that. It was short and sweet. It was perfect. Felicia, you want to give it another go? Poor thing. Well, while we wait for Felicia, Dr. Giroux, you want to tell us about Western Practice Sales?
No. Hang on, let me, okay. Am I muted still?
No, we can hear you.
Good. All right. Hi, I'm Tim Giroux. I'm the dentist that owns Western Practice Sales. We had a nice little meeting yesterday with an hour-and-a-half presentation with 3 other brokers, and so I think that went pretty well. So if everybody gets a chance, if they're looking at some great information on the new aspects of dentistry and where we're at with things, but I'll go over a few of those things. Well, basically, just so you know who I am, I'm a dentist, as you probably heard there, and my wife's a dentist. We practiced in Scottsdale for 17 years together, and moved here to California. We were going to take the board and basically got introduced to Dr. Gartrell, who owned Western Sales at the time, and he set me up with some folks he knew at UOP to take the board. And he says, "Hey, you want to sell some dental practices before you take the board?" And after about 2 months of that, I go, "Hey, can you sell me that business so I don't have to take the board?" And because back then we didn't have reciprocity, so that's how I kind of fell into Western Practice Sales. And it's been fantastic because my dad's an accountant, my brother's an accountant. I have more of a business background than in undergrad and finance, and that was my favorite subject. So this was kind of a great marriage for me, and it's been fantastic. And so and then about 2006, I bought out John Cale and his brother Ed, and they still work with me too, as does John Noble, who's been known for Western Practice Sales for probably 40 years. So we've been around for a while. I think we're one of the bigger players out here in California. And so, yeah, we're just giving you some background. So maybe just has a little more juice as far as some of the information I'll pass on to you. But first of all, I'm very excited about this year. As you know, dentistry has always been one of the best professions anytime there's a turn down, because our work is deferred. We're lucky. We're not like restaurants where lost all that revenue. That dental work it wasn't done in the last 9 months. A lot of it's coming back to a lot of you. Some of my clients are having record months. Others are still, different areas are not quite as active, or staff issues, where they might not be all back to work yet, might be taking more time in between patients to make people feel comfortable. But I think this is going to be a banner year for dentistry. We have probably a record amount of practices on the market now. So for the buyers that were frustrated possibly with not finding practices they'd like to buy, I think they're going to see a lot more opportunities out there. And some of the issues, as we discussed yesterday, a lot of our buyers and then sellers need to know this. They're massively in debt compared to what we were. I got out in '83. So it's kind of a different game out there right now. Their average debt's probably $450,000. My daughter got out of dental school 2.5 years ago, and the average debt down in Loma Linda was at that time about $425, and I believe it's probably pushing over $500 now for UOP. And of course, I think UCSF is a little less, but the good news is they've opened a lot more dental schools since they started closing them down after I graduated, and so now there's more dentists out there. And I think the best way for these young grads to pay off their loans is to buy one of your practices. But knowing that high debt they have, just for these guys almost have to buy a practice doing 600-700 a year minimally to pay off their school loans. Unless they have a spouse, or less. My daughter had the Navy scholarship, so if they come out of dental school without debt, they definitely have basically a lot easier time to purchase a practice once they do their 4 years in the service. But so you have to understand this process is a little more challenging than it was even 15 years ago. Now that I've been doing this 20 years, there's definitely a change in how this works and the amount of time and effort that goes into a transition. So just for you buyers, I think the good news is, hey, the best way to get out of debt is once you get to the point where you're producing $2,000 or $3,000 a day, you're going to make twice as much money on your own if you own your own practice. And so in today's fee schedules, that shouldn't take you very long to get there. A year out of school, and you should be pretty much ready. If you never get there, then be content with the different situation. But if you're there and you're a producer, then you should be on your own. You can hire management and people to do management things that you're afraid of. For you sellers, just be aware there's going to be more practices on the market. There's probably less buyers out there right now than we've had, and their financial demands are a lot tougher than they used to be. So we just have to be a little more patient. The process is a little tougher with all the due diligence that comes into play. Delta Dentals is still a gigantic issue, and I don't want to get into that today. But so we have some things that we just have to tell our sellers to be a little more patient now. So that's generally there's still 100% financing. I mean, my first loan was at 12%. You can get a loan for 3.5% now as a buyer. So that kind of offsets some of the debt that you had compared to what I had. But the financing is there. I think this year is going to be a very great year for dentistry and great year for buyers to consider getting into their own practices. So I'm pretty fired up about the coming year and finally getting past this rough year that we just had. So is that my time? Am I good? But that's about all I need to say. Thanks.
You are right on. You guys, all of you, totally spot on today. I haven't had to cut anyone off yet. I love it. Thank you. Thanks,
And you can
Dr.
tell I grew up
Drew.
in Chicago and I speed talk. So thanks
Love
a lot,
it.
everybody. Bye-bye.
Katrina, would you like to go next from GC America?
Sure. Can you hear me?
Sure can.
All right. Yeah. Thanks for having me into your Zoom room meeting. I am Katrina with GC America. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so we can talk really quick. Hang in there until the end. Write down my email because I am giving away free Evolve for anybody interested. So let me share this right here. All right. So you can see that okay?
Yep.
Okay, so we are excited. February 11th, 100 years, GC celebrating our company, family-run Japanese company. I'm really excited to be working for them. They are doing a great job launching new products and keeping up in the dental industry. Oops, let me figure this out. That is me. I'm the district sales manager for Sacramento and Reno. I also go all the way down to Stockton and up to Redding. So if you don't hear from me on a regular basis, reach out to me. I'm not ignoring you. Territory is pretty big. Some of our products you may recognize the most. Our Fuji line, of course, is everything glass ionomer. Our MI paste line is our preventative line. And then everything that you see with a G on it, that is our resin line. So I know we can get a little confused there, but we do have our glass ionomer, preventative, and resin line products. Some of our show specials that we have, we are doing several buy two, get one free on our new products, our cements, our MI line, our composite, our bond. Reach out to me. We can hook you up with a buy two, get one free. Our new resin modified glass ionomer Evolve has been taking the world by storm. It's the highest bond strength to zirconia. We're really excited about it. Easy to clean, and it's been fun to be out there selling that. And then, of course, our award-winning GSEM Link Force, our resin cement, is also tried and true, perfect for your veneer cases. Let's see, a couple new products. Triage has been around for a long time. We did change it. We added the recaldant technology. I love this sealant material. If you have staff in your office that is doing sealants on their own without an assistant, they will love you. If you buy this, it's so much easier. They don't have to keep the surface dry, and we can only protect the tooth with that. So that's a great new product. And the one that I've been most excited about recently is the Everx Flow. If you're not using a glass ionomer buildup material, you're using a bulk composite material, and you're not really quite sure if you're happy with that, we did launch the Everx Flow. It is a fiber reinforced bulk composite material. The handling is really nice. You can shape it with the tip of that syringe as a 5.5 millimeter depth of cure. There's a great YouTube video that is longer than I can share with you here in my 5 minutes. I encourage you to look that up. But it does cut similar to tooth structure, and it's got the strength that you're looking for in a core buildup material. We just launched last week G2 Bond. To tell you the truth, I don't even know all the information about it yet. Other than it's HEMA-free. If you're into a two-step bond, much like the Clear Fill or the OptiBond two-step, this is a similar along those lines, but we did make it easier, faster to apply, and the bond strength is greater than those two as well. So most importantly, I wanted you to know that my contact information, you can reach out to me for all the show specials, set up a lunch and learn, or just any general questions you may have. I always encourage your staff members to reach out prior to ordering GC, because we often can offer better promotions than you see online. But the first 3 people that are interested in emailing me your address and location and name, I will be able to drop off a free Evolve cement syringe, or put it in the mail to you as well if it's too far. So I encourage you to reach out to me if you have any questions. Feel free to do that. And I think that's probably about my time. Did I talk fast?
You have another minute. You can.
I tried so hard. I'm like, oh, is there anything
I'm so impressed today. You can be done if you want to be done.
Yeah. It's hard to fit that into 5 minutes, I thought.
You did it though. You totally nailed it.
Yeah. So all right, well, let me stop sharing my screen here. You don't need to see all that, but yeah, I'm just here to help, and hopefully you got my contact information, and I'm here to share the specials and be there for you.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Sure, no problem.
So Felicia's going to try again in a bit. She's trying to get her audio working. Lloyd, are you here from TDIC? I don't think he is. And I don't think Gail's here yet either, because she's not due for another 10 minutes. So you can talk amongst yourselves, please. Feel free to unmute, tell us about your day, any plans this weekend. Anyone? Or
I'm just going to say I appreciate all of you vendors who have taken the time and the effort to be a part of this event that we had to pivot and generate from an idea. And so it's been really nice that you've been supportive of the Dental Society and the week of webinars. So just as part of old leadership, I'll say thank you, and we appreciate everything that you do and all the help you provide all of our members by being sponsors. So thank you so much. I really do appreciate it.
We're running early. If anyone wants to have a second go, you're more than welcome to. Army people, you're still
Hi, Noel. Hi, Dr. Patel. Can you hear me?
Yes.
I can hear you, Gail. Can't see you.
Long time no see.
Yeah, I
You
can't
are
see
more
you,
than
though.
welcome to be up next, Gail.
Okay, well, let's see. Can I do a real quick test of share screen?
Yeah.
Okay, because I've got a couple. Whoa, what happened here? Bear with me. Where's my docs? They're here. I minimized them. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, so what are we looking at? How's that looking to you guys? Can you see? I need to do the view. That's just the reading. Bear with me. Read mode. How's that? So you don't see everything else.
We still don't get
We
any
don't
image
see
from you at
anything.
all.
You see nothing? Oh
No.
dear, I'm glad we tested this. I got on a little bit early.
I'm
Bear
glad
with
you
me.
did. We're running early.
Yeah, me share. Okay.
Oh, there we go.
There we go. Okay, and then there is an example. And then what I would need to do though is view, because you don't want to see everything. So I need to just do the read mode, correct? There,
Yep.
like that.
Perfect.
Is that good?
Looks great.
Okay. So what do we do? How do we know how many people are here? I'm not seeing gallery.
Right now we're at 11.
Okay. But they're not on yet, correct? That's why I'm only seeing the two of you.
Oh, a lot of people have their video off.
Okay. No.
They're here. They're just eating lunch or hiding or treating patients. Who knows?
How are you hanging in there, Dr. Patel, with all the COVID?
Well, we do what we can do. I know it's different. It's a different world out there, but we try to keep it as normal as we can inside of the office. So we slow down a little bit just to be conscientious about patient flow and those kind of things.
Right.
And you make the changes you have to make sure people are safe.
Right.
But for the most part, our patients do appreciate the fact that we know them and we can adapt and change our interactions depending on where they are along that continuum of concern or lack of concern, whichever one it is, and so we
Right.
can address those. So
Right.
yeah.
Well, and they trust you, so that's good. I'm not seeing a lot of slowdown other than the things you need to do in between patients. I'm not seeing clients as we track numbers and all the indicators. They're not really slowing down. Everybody's making up for lost time, it seems.
I think it's very much as it was mentioned earlier that we are in a profession where things get deferred; they don't just disappear, and eventually it comes back. And the last time we had that big economic slowdown in 2008 and 9, we saw the same thing. We either had patients who were forward-thinking and preventative based, or you had
Right.
those that were reactionary, and so we see the same thing.
Right, right. But anyway, well, we have a few more minutes here. What time do we have? It's 12:40, so 5 more minutes. How's it been going so far today? Dr. Patel, have you been in on everything and all the little vendor 5-minute blurbs?
So far I have. I'm going to have to do a hygiene check in just a couple of minutes, so I'm going to turn my video off in a sec. So.
Yeah.
Gail, do you want to just do your 5 minutes now?
Well, are there people on to go ahead then? So I need to, with the participants, let me see who's on.
Well, let's
Am
see.
I-
Lloyd, did you ever pop on?
I see.
Nope.
I
So
see.
you're up
Noel.
next. You might as well.
Okay. All right. Do I need to do
Noel,
anything? Whoop, no.
Noel, can you hear
Sorry
me?
about that. Sorry
Oh,
about
Felicia, is that you?
Okay. Hi.
Felicia, you can go
It's
next.
me.
How's that?
Okay, perfect. Thank
Okay.
you.
Very good. Let me see if I can find my little gallery here. Bear with me. Thought I had a couple of minutes. I'm not seeing the gallery, Noel, that I normally see and see everyone. I do see Felicia. And while Dr. Patel's on hold there, Katrina, I don't see any video there.
Most people have their video off. It's
Oh,
pretty
okay.
much,
Okay.
yeah,
No worries.
just
Okay.
3 or
No
4 of
worries.
us.
All right. So, there we go. Okay. So I know we have a bit of an audience, so welcome, and we'll make this short and sweet with 5 minutes. I guess this isn't going to be too interactive, and I'll just present, but certainly you can contact me through my email via SDDS, or I can give it to you after. But bottom line is, welcome and thank you so much for attending, those of you that are here. As we all know, challenges are upon us with COVID, and now more than ever, we've got to look, I think, more detailed, as we always have, with the 6 components of a successful practice. So I wanted to go over that quickly and then talk about the one I find most beneficial right now of the components to get through this COVID and be as seamless as possible, given all the changes and the time that everything takes these days, that openings in the schedule, particularly in hygiene, as I find that to be with my client base, and I'm assuming others out there. The restorative side, not so much, but then give you a practice tip on effective communication, which is one of the most sought after tools right now, or practice enhancement solutions that I'm being asked to discuss. And then last but not least, and that would be the practice enhancement lunch and learns that I do offer a special for the clients, or I should say the members of SDDS. But with all ado, I'll go ahead and just briefly go over that developing and maintaining the practice of the doctor's dreams, and of course those of the team that work there. We've got to look at all components, and that is the leadership and the co-leadership, the economic structure, the practice facility, the patient base, the systems and the protocol, and the team support. So what we do at DMS is help the clients and their teams. We meet them where they're at to take them basically where they have the potential to be. And we look at all the components of the practice and help the doctor and the team seamlessly integrate these. And just a quick, 1 minute topic here to go over, and that would be leadership would be the doctor, obviously providing the vision and the job descriptions and providing a team with a safe and happy and healthy place to work, all while delivering quality care to patients. Post-COVID, particularly, I think it's more than critical that patients see the quality and have the communication with everyone, so that hopefully they see the value and keep their appointments. Then the co-leadership, that's the team in and of itself. If you're going to work there, then obviously I trust that the team members want what's in the best interest of the practice. And sometimes there's a little gap there between what the doctors sense or the team senses, and we want to blend those two, obviously, for accountability. Then the economic structure, that is first and foremost patients getting what they pay for and more, the doctor getting a return on his or her investment for the team that they hire, and of course, last but not least, the team members that get a fair exchange in order that to work there, that your value is appreciated, and that you have competitive wages and compensation packages, so that you're feeling at the end of the day that your contribution to the practice is worthy of you showing up there long term. Nothing good happens when we have open door with team members coming and going. Then the practice facility. It is, the patients have high expectations, certainly of the practice to be the highest standard of care. And it includes equipment and use of equipment and supplies and the latest in equipment. So that's a whole entity in and of itself. Then the patient base, there's no pulling hats from, or I should say patients from a hat. And it is really essential that for every 600 active patients, we have 4 days a week of hygiene. That would mean if you had 1,200 active patients, we have 2 hygienists every day. And most general doctors can accommodate and support and care for about 1,200 to 1,500 patients in their active patient base before they need to look at maybe some changes in their practice model. Then there's a systems and protocol from the time the phone rings till the patients come to the appointment, complete their treatment, and reappoint for their 3, 4, or 6 month appointment, recare appointment. And then of course, that would be referrals back and forth between the specialist, and that's a bit of a different entity, but it still falls under systems and protocol. And then the team support. It's the team being on the same page. I know that that's a very commonly used expression, but I couldn't I couldn't mean it more seriously now than ever that the team must be. And despite challenges that go on behind the scenes, obviously that happens everywhere, but it is working through that through the highest level of communication. And then that brings me to, bear with me, let me get another screen here. And that brings me to the effective communication tip that I welcome anybody that's in attendance today to reach out and get a copy of, and the copy of the workshops that I will present to SDDS members at a professional discount today. At $465 is the investment. That's generally a professional value of $650, but you can pick the topic of your choice. I have many, and number one really is these days in communication. So developing, maintaining the A-team, that seems to be the most popular right now. And with that said, I will also offer you a practice enhancement tool. So you can email me, and that email address is Gayle, Gayle, S is in Sam, at dmsolutionsinc.com. And I'm happy to send this practice enhancement tip to each of you that may help, with the communication in your office. So this part is among the, about the team, and the workshops are more about the team and the practice as a whole, not so much the patient itself clinically. But again, there are topics that you can certainly choose from, and also I customize them. But without, further detail, I think I'm probably at my 5 minutes. And does anybody have any questions that I can answer, again, via email, because that doesn't allow the time in today's 5-minute presentation. But certainly I'm available in my home office today, as most of you are. But I'm happy to still have on-site visits, of course, following any COVID regulations. So I invite you to reach out.
Thank you, Gayle.
Okay, well, you guys have a great rest of the day, and thank you, SDDS, again for inviting me to do this and for still finding a way to make the midwinter happen.
We're doing our best.
You guys are awesome. Okay, all
Thanks
right,
so
take care.
much.
Take care, bye.
All right, Felicia.
Thank you, Noelle. Sorry, I was having technical difficulties this morning. I
Hey,
apologize.
it all works.
So nice to meet everyone. My name is Felicia Fountain. I am the operations manager for HealthNet Dental. I oversee LA and Sacramento County. In Sacramento County, I have the pleasure of working with Noelle and Kathy very closely as great partners. Today, I'm going to talk about how HealthNet is partnering with the community. And as I am talking about the things that we have done to make sure our dental offices are keeping their doors open, I'd like for you guys, for the dental offices that are on the call, to think about how can HealthNet create synergy within your practice and be great partners. So talking about how we did a few things to change our model with these unprecedented time was, one, we gave out donations to providers for PPEs. 1, 2, for providers that were on a fee-for-service contract, we gave them a short-term capitation contract, which allowed for them to have a constant flow of revenue coming through their door. We have created collateral materials that educate their members on, what is Medi-Cal? How do I transition as you're losing healthcare coverage, whether that be medical or your dental coverage? What are some of the options that are out there? We really try to be focused on how do we support the community at hand, right? How do we gear our providers up to be supportive to the members that they are treating? Health education is boots to the ground. We have definitely sponsored some of the Senator Pans events that have gone live. It's very difficult during these times, as we can see. SDDS has thought about ways to be unconventional and get us all together. So we've definitely sponsored quite a few luncheons that have taken place in the community just to educate on the things that's going on. Another thing that's happening for HealthNet is we have a COVID-19 vaccine webinar that is being hosted by our clinical medical director, talking about some of the frequently asked questions of COVID. If anyone would like to attend that, please let me know. We can share that link It was a great event, talked about, again, some of the frequently asked questions. There was quite a few eye-opening moments for myself and some of my other colleagues that attended. I encourage everyone to attend if they have questions. All right, now are there any questions for me? And anything I can help with, please, I'll put my email in the chat box. My dental director, Dr. Donna Nagata, is the one. If anyone has any questions for her or I, please feel free to email us, and we will definitely be here to assist.
Wonderful. Thank
Could
you
we-
so
could we
much.
get the
I'm so
link
glad
to
we
the-
got your mic working.
Yeah. Could we get the link to the frequently asked questions webinar sent, put into the chat?
Absolutely, I'll do that right now.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Felicia. Next, we
You're
have
welcome
Debbie
again.
Kemper. Oh, pardon?
No, I was just gonna apologize for my audio.
Oh, Debbie from Resource Staffing, are you ready? I saw she was here. I actually don't see her here anymore. I wonder if she's having connectivity issues. Well, Felicia, you're welcome to keep going.
I'm still on if there's additional questions. I'm getting the link now so I can send it over to everyone to register.
Anyone have any questions, comments so far?
So are there any providers that currently work with HealthNet and have any?
I'm not a network provider, but we do have patients that we cover through HealthNet. So it's always nice to put a face to the other side of the equation. So it's nice meeting you.
Nice to meet you as well. And as you're treating our members, if you have any questions that come up, please feel free to email directly. You have a direct contact now.
That's great to have.
And I'll
Thank
put
you so much.
You're welcome.
All right, Debbie, oh, sad. Mike from Tech A Go Go, you want to give it a go? It's a little early, but
Yeah, I was actually waiting for Eric to do it.
I thought so.
Yeah.
We are
so I'm
scheduled to
just-
have a break actually from 12:55 to 1 o'clock. So if y'all want to get up, stretch your legs, get a snack, maybe some lunch, you're more than welcome to.
Thank you.
Thanks for the information.